So I just want to thank y'all a lot for allowing me to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, as it really means a lot to me, and this has been a long time in the making. So just thank y'all for the 100 subscribers, and for that, you guys are going to be able to learn about how I create all these YouTube videos for y'all. So let's get started. Now, recording PowerPoints is ridiculously simple. So once you're located inside of PowerPoint, all you do is either click on the slideshow or the record button to start recording your PowerPoint. And then what you would do from there is click on record from the beginning and then go and record your PowerPoint. But one thing you should know if you're trying to record a PowerPoint is that you're gonna have to wait a few seconds before starting to speak, because switching between slides, sometimes the voice, it gets kind of chopped off. So in order to fix that, what you have to do is just, once the countdown ends, wait like an extra second before starting to speak. So that's all you need to know about recording PowerPoints. It's really just as simple as that. Also, once you're done recording those PowerPoint presentations, you just click on export, rename the file, and then you can also go into customize export. And then this allows you to change the resolution. Typically, because I want my videos to be in the maximum quality possible, I purposely choose to record all of mine in 4K, so I personally choose 4K as my option. So moving on to Premiere Pro, the first thing you're going to want to do when you open up Premiere Pro is click on New Project, and this is where you can select whatever media you want for your project, and also give the sequence a name, and mess around with other settings I'm not going to show you in this video. But for my demonstrations in this video, I'll just select the audio from my previous video about alpine coasters, and then I'll select create, and then when you get this message popped up, you're just going to want to click replace. Trust me, it won't do anything to the video file. So then when that opens up, the first thing I do when opening up a Premiere project is go down to this little slider here, which allows you to zoom in and out of your timeline. And now what this will allow you to do is just to get a closer idea of where the audio stops and ends, and where you'll want to make specific cuts. Like for example, right here, because I'm not speaking anything, I'll want to make a cut. So I'll just click on the mark in button, and then click on here, and then move the cursor right over here, and then click the mark out button. And then to complete the cut, you're going to click right here, which says extract. Now another tool that you can use with Premiere Pro, and that's highly advised, is you can use this tool right here, which is called the razor tool. Now this basically accomplishes the same thing as the in and out tools up here, but in my opinion it's much slower. That's why I don't use it. The only time I do end up using the razor tool is when it's something specific, like when the audio cuts into a different slide when I'm making my PowerPoint videos. So moving to my previous video about Busch Gardens Tampa's Christmas Town to use as an example. Now this is a video where you actually would need to use the razor tool to fix any issues. Because if I play this right now, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So as for the main aspect of So what you saw there is that the audio started playing before the video fully transitioned to the new slide. To fix that, what you're first going to do is right click on the video, and then that's going to bring up this menu, which then you're going to go to unlink media, and so then now we can only control the top video or the bottom audio. So in this case, what we're going to do is control the top video and click on the razor tool and go and cut it right here. And then now what we're just going to do is just slide this back when I move the other clip forward, then it'll transition. So then when I move the clip forward, what's going to happen is now the transition will be perfectly set up, so my voice will be playing exactly when I want it to, as the text for shows appears. So moving back to my video on alpine coasters, this next tool I'm going to show you is easily the coolest and most complex tool in Premiere Pro that I'm going to show you in this video. So what I'm going to show you is how to convert dialogue into text. Now, this requires a few steps first. So what you're first going to do is, well, first, use the cutting tips I gave you before to just cut out any mistakes in the audio or like long pauses or and that kind of stuff. And then once you got all that set up, you're going to go to transcript. It's going to show you this menu right over here, which this gives you basically every word you said in the video. And then it's actually surprisingly accurate for the videos. At least in my experience, it's pretty darn accurate. But just note, you will have to make some edits here and there. But if you go double click on one of these lines, it allows you to make edits no problem. And then once you're finished with all of that, what you're going to do next is you're actually going to click on this CC here for closed captions. And then that's going to allow you to create captions. And personally, I just keep it to subtitle default. That's really all you need personally. But one thing I would recommend is going down to the captioning preferences menu right here. And the settings I would definitely recommend you to change here is click on single lines, and really personally from my experience, that's all you need to do here. So then you're just going to click on create captions, and it's going to create captions for this video. Now, depending on how powerful your computer is, that will take a variable amount of time. In my case, the computer that I have right now is fairly slow, so it's going to take a while, but if you're on a more modern computer, it won't take that long. So actually, it turns out it actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. But now, once you have the text over here, you can see that you have text up in the source monitor right here. Now, one thing you do notice is it's very tiny and very hard to read. And even if you kept it that way, when the video is all finished, it'll still be small and hard to read. Now, that's why I personally recommend highlighting all the text right here and heading up into this menu called the Essential Graphics panel. And then to get there, what you're just going to do is click on Window and then go all the way down to Essential Graphics right here. But then right here, what you can do is just change text size. If it would actually do that for me, that'd be great.
One eternity later.
Okay. So now, you see, I can adjust the height and size. For some reason, it's not wanting me to do it, but it is doing it, at least. Then you can also change the font. Personally, I like it in Impact, so let me change it to Impact right here. And then while we're at it, I'll change the size. That's personally the way I like it. Then you can also make it all caps, or change it to left or right, depending on what you want. And then also down here, you can select the zone. So right now I have it at bottom center, but I can make it go middle center or top right, really whatever you want, to be honest. And if I scroll down here, you can change the fill of the text. So right now, let's just say I'll make it red, for example. And then that will make the text over here red. And just so you can see that, I'll make the size bigger, because it doesn't want to be nice to me. Yeah, other than that, you can also create a stroke for the image, or for the text I meant. And then it allows you to make it outer or inner, and adjust the size. Actually, I'll go like a 25, just so you guys can see it easier. That's how you turn dialogue into text in Premiere Pro.